Hi sweeties, how are you all doing? Please, if you have not subscribed to my backup channel, what are you waiting for, sweetheart? Kindly go subscribe to my backup channel. You're gonna be like, how am I supposed to know your backup channel? The link is pinned in the comment section, so it's not gonna be hard for you to subscribe to. Thank you so much. Welcome to Naya Sim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification so you get notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all, and I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you for always coming back to watch my videos and subscribing. You all are the real MVPs. So today this video might actually piss some people off, but it is what it is, you know. A black man getting, like, you know, so much backlash for saying that United States is not racist, and also went further to defend why he said it's not racist. You know what? Do not click away. A lot of people actually, like, you know, came all out, both, like, you know, to ask him questions. And I know some people are gonna be like, look at the person we are all fighting for, like, you know, and someone is out there messing around, because that's how I saw it. Instead, go to the screen. Let me roll the clip so we all will see what he got to say, and then see what people are saying about it. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. So let's get into it.
The United States is not racist, and here's why. First of all, the United States has legally banned de jure segregation since 1954, and discrimination itself has been illegal since 1964. And pro-minority or pro-black affirmative action has been in effect since 1967. And 7 of the 8 wealthiest groups in America are actually populations of color. And people do not understand that the United States has spent large amounts of blood and money to get rid of the injustices that were done in the past. And in America, 94% of people approve of interracial marriages, whereas just 60 years ago, there was only 4%. And compared to other countries, we actually are not that racist. But I do find it interesting that a country so racist would take in so many immigrants and would have the second highest population of black people outside of Africa. But let me know what you think. Do you think America's a racist nation, or do you not? Let me know in the comments.
You see this man? You know what he deserves? He deserves a very, very big knock. Where? To reset his brain a little bit. So let's get into the videos and see what, sorry, the stitches, and see what people are saying about this. So here we go.
He says the U.S. is not racist, and then goes on to list about, I don't know, 5 to 7 reasons why. Now, you know, this is not some professional political YouTube channel. I'm not making video essays, so I'm not going to go through and refute every single point. But off the top of my head, the U.S. ended segregation. And what, after that, every single community just blended together? There's no such thing as redlining anymore, aka the conscious effort to use things such as city infrastructure, dividing up neighborhoods with streets, in order to still effectively segregate large groups and communities of people. And not only did they use things like redlining to separate people, but they used it to literally destroy communities too. Didn't matter if there was, you know, a well-attended black church right there. If they're going to build their streets, they were going to build their streets. He lists off statistics saying like 94% of Americans say that they agree with interracial marriage, which saying that is a whole nother thing in and of itself. But this random study, where was it done? Who did they ask? How many people did they ask? I'm sure if I went down to Melrose Avenue, I'd probably get the same statistic. But if you were to go to, I don't know, Inland Empire, or I don't know, Arizona, parts of the South, I'm sure it'd be a little different. Which, by the way, 94%, I don't know if there's anything in the world that 94% of Americans will all agree on. Just look at our politics. There's no social cohesion. These systems in place have effectively divided up everyone. And like even this idea that like if we became one homogenous race that like problems would be solved and stuff. And like affirmative action, cool, gets a few extra handfuls of minorities into colleges. That's such a small problem compared to the bigger problem, which is this like prevailing mindset and this way of thinking and this approach that needs to be changed. It's bigger than just getting kids into colleges. It's like an entire cultural shift that needs to happen. And that cultural shift is not going to change just because there's a few more black kids in college. Like, so we get into college, then what? Are we still leaving with exorbitant amounts of debt? Are we still getting our resumes passed up on just because of how our names are spelled? Are we still bending over backwards trying to assimilate into work environments that aren't made for us? There's so much to it. Basically, A lot of these systems that we exist in, loans, banking, the way our streets are built, sports and the commodification of black athletes, the commodification of musicians, 3/5 of men and grandfather clauses and voting rights, hostile architecture and anti-homeless design, the sheer fact that poverty exists, prisons and slave labor, the police. A lot of these structures that we exist in and live in and follow are inherently racist. I mean, we have entire banks today that we put money into that were funded from profits off slavery.
Did you hear what he said? The bank that was sponsored from slavery. And somebody's out there telling us stories. Anyways, we continue.
The United States is not racist, and here's why. First of all,
Shut up. March is Women's History Month, and last week was the birthday of Sarah Rector. In 1913, at the age of 11, she became the richest black girl in America. She was born near the all-black town of Taft, Oklahoma in 1902, which at the time was named Native American Territory. Sarah and her family had Native American ancestry and were descendants of the Native American Muskogee Creek Nation. And because of this ancestry, after the Civil War, due to some treaties, they were allotted some land. And Sarah was given 159.14 acres. And the land became too expensive to hold and maintain, so they sold the land to an oil company in 1911. The oil company then struck oil, which began to produce 2,500 barrels of oil a day and netted Sarah $300 a day, which at the time was a lot of money. She became a multi-millionaire oil baron and lived a life of luxury, throwing lavish parties, enjoying her wealth, and entertaining celebrities. She died on July 22nd, 1967 at the age of 65.
black people have a lot of privilege in America. We can be racist without any repercussions. We can say the N-word.
Hey TikTokers, it's your girl Dominique. Please go look at the original video. But I was scrolling through TikTok today and I saw a clip about something called black privilege. So when I saw it, I was a bit confused on what they exactly were talking about. And then I came across this video of this gentleman here, the video I just snitched. And he said, pretty much said, black people have a lot of privilege in America. Then he said the first one is that we can say the N-word, but any other race cannot say it. Let me say that, and might be an unpopular opinion, I don't even like it when people like me say it. And I know we said it because we made it cool for us to say it. But I never agree with saying any word that has a root that is solely discriminating against a group of people. And I will stay there on that point. The second point was that we cannot take criticism. I just laugh at that because I get criticized on the daily about the things, my content on my For You page, how I look, because I use my words very wisely when I explain something, solely with factual information. So I disagree with that. I think black people can take criticism. And again, every criticism I get, I don't think it's because I'm black. I just think it's because that's their comeback for me and everything I post. I don't think everything has to do with race. So let that be clear. His third point was that black people do little to nothing. I don't know what black people you've been around, but every black person I've been around within my community get up every morning, work, do what they gotta do to provide, protect their community, and go and do what they have to do. So again, I need you to go a little more in depth when you say that. What exactly are you talking about and what do you mean? And last but not least, I think his last topic was we can be racist. I'm just tired of hearing that at this point again. A black person cannot be racist. Can they be prejudiced? Absolutely. Can they discriminate? Absolutely. But what race cannot do those things? Every race can do those things. But again, for a black person to be racist, that is not possible. And I stand on this wholeheartedly because, again, we do not have anything that can really damage someone's life in a way that, they are behind hundreds and hundreds of years solely on things their ancestors did.
The United States is not racist, and here's why.
No, they most definitely were and are still racist. Did you know the United States government forcibly sterilized thousands of Native American women without their consent or knowledge? But that must have happened, hundreds of years up until 1976. A large majority of these were even done in my home state of North Carolina. My grandmother is 100% Cherokee, and she was forced to go to an Indian school up until she was in 3rd grade, a segregated Indian school. And guess what year she had my mom? 1976. There was a very real possibility of me, my mom, my sister, her kids, none of us existing because the United States government didn't want to give my Cherokee grandmother the right to her own body. Looking at America now, it's very easy to see how we got from there to how terrible it is now. And it's because you're not that far removed from your history as you think you are, especially when that history was not very long ago.
Country so racist would take in so many immigrants and would have the second highest population of black people outside of Africa.
Why? Let's think together. Why does America have so many blacks? Let's wonder what
The United States is not racist, and here's why. First of all, the United States has legally banned de jure segregation.
The United States has no more traffic fatalities because it has seatbelt laws and speed limit laws.
All right, so this is all we got for the stitches, and you know what? Let me know what you all think in the comment section, and this is where I'm gonna draw the curtain and see you all in my next video. Bye for now.